This is Nick Bross from second period doing my video explanations for my retake. One of the 5 is solving linear equations, question 125. This question is asking for me to find the problem in the work and correct it and solve it. So as you can see right here through the math, 3 times x minus 2, that equals 3x minus 6, and then negative 2, x plus 7 times negative 2 is negative 2x, and then right here is the incorrect part where it says plus 14, that should be a negative 14, and then if you correct it over here, you get the correct answer of x equals negative 27. The second question of the 5 that I have is determining if relationships are linear, and then I have question 199 here. Examine the group of equations and describe what you'd see on the graph. So as you can see, all of the equations right here have the same slope. So on the graph, you'd see that all of like the 4 are parallel. And it would just be like 4 lines just, parallel. And then for B, you see that all of the equations have a negative 3 right there, well, minus 3. So they would all like intersect at y equals negative 3, so 0, 3, they'd all intersect there. And then for my third thing I have is determining domain and range, and this question is from alright, sorry for the cut. This is question 159, where I have to make a table and a graph for h of x equals x cubed minus 4, and I have to find the domain and range and also the intercepts. So here's my table. I made it negative 3x to negative 3 to positive 3, and basically I just plugged it into the equation and then solved for each x value, finding the output, which is the y, and then the graph is on the back, and as you can see, it goes up and then down, and the domain and range is basically all real numbers, because you can just have this one keep going, and then the y-intercept is 0, negative 4, and then the x-intercept is somewhere on there. I just didn't want to do the math. And then for question number 4 out of the 5 is solving quadratic equations. And then for 148, I did completing the square, which I got an answer of x equals negative 3 and x equals negative 5. And then for B, I ended up using the quadratic equation, which I showed the quadratic equation up there. I basically just plugged in the values for that and wound up getting an answer of x equals 3.39 or x equals negative 0.89. And then for my last problem, number 5, is interpreting graphs in problems, and this is question 108, where you make a graph corresponding to the number of people at your school to the time of day at the school. So I put right here that at the beginning of the day there's people coming in, and then we have a steady amount right here. This is like the start, and then this is just the school day. This would be different if I accounted for open campus, but I didn't. And then at the end of the day, school lets out, but then you still have a gradual loss here because of after school activities. Yeah, and that's the graph corresponding to the problem. Alright, that was my video explanation.